Ooh la la. Come join me as I paint my nails and tell you how I quit my job and am maintaining my life. Welcome to Spirited Culture. Hey y'all. Hello darlings. What's up? It's me, and I am hanging out with my tree, Myra. Hi, Myra. And hanging out with myself. And I asked some people on my Instagram, what kind of value do you want to learn or know from me? And I figured I would just make video answers to the questions. And, you know, possibly I could make it a podcast. And yes, I'm doing my, Myra, don't fall. You know how much I love you. You know, possibly make it a podcast or something like that. I'm not sure, depending on how long the answers come out to be. So the first question I am answering is, how did I quit my job and maintain a living? So this is my 4th month away from work. I left in October. It is now March, November, December, January, February. Oh shit! 5th month! So this is my 5th month away from work, and I'm alive, living and thriving and smiling. So I'll tell you, the first thing I would say that I did was I decided to save money every month. So I did not know I was quitting my job. I thought I was going to move to Atlanta. And I wanted to move to Atlanta with about $8,000. So I just started saving. I went on an aggressive savings plan. I looked at everything that I was doing as far as buying lunch. I started cooking my lunch at home. I looked at everywhere I was spending. I looked at how much I was making. And my job was commission-based. So I was able, you know, if I didn't sell a lot of clothes, I didn't make a lot of money. But if I did sell a lot of clothes, I did make a lot of money. So I just started working my ass off so I could make more money and start saving. So that's the first thing I think you should do, is plan to save for at least 9 months to a year. Like however long you can save so that you have 4 to 5 months of living. I only left with 3 months of living, and it was scary. It was scary. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh shit. Because it's not that I was going broke, but I was watching myself spend my money. And so if you don't have money coming in yet, then it's scary to be like, okay, now when this is gone, what's gonna happen to me? So the first thing I would say is plan to save for about a year. And this should make you excited. You don't go like, oh, I still gotta work there for a year. Like, no, you need to be like, okay, boom, this place is going to help me fund my next mission, okay? And I would highly recommend, you know, save as much as you can. You have to go through your budget and save as much as you can. In the meantime, I would also start thinking about your skills. If you quit your job, do you want to move into a new field? Like, because I'm not against working, you know. I knew that I was ready to manage myself. Someone else may not be ready to manage themselves or run their own company, because this is a lot more work than working for somebody else. But maybe you are just kind of ready to enter a new field. And so whatever you decide that you're ready to do, I want you to just write down all the skills that you already have, okay? Write down all the things that you know how to do, what you learned at this current job. And you got to be smart about this. Like if you run a cash register, then you can say, you know, I know how to manage money. You have to just be smart about the skills that you have, and then learning how to phrase them in a way that makes them actually sound valuable. So look at your current job, look at your past job, look at your education history, and say, what can I say I really can do and help people with? For me, I know that I always can think of a plan. If someone tells me anything going on with them, whether it be a business or a personal, I can always think of a plan to get to the next stage, the next level. And so that for me is strategy, and it's something that I really enjoy. so I spent that year working my business on me, okay? So if you don't know, Spirit Loves LOCS started in January, and I had been studying social media. I've taken a year and a half off of social media back in 2015, 2014. So I've been studying social media to figure out, how does it really work? How can you grow and build things? So I feel like I could help somebody else grow and build their social media. And I figured maybe if I just try doing this on myself and try different strategies and see some things that work and don't work for me, maybe I can do this for other people. So that was strategy idea number one. Okay, that's something I'm good at. What's something else? People ask for these lock beads. I really didn't know where they came from for a long time. But because people asked for it, I said, well, I'm also going to start a business selling these lock beads. And the lock beads became my immediate business. I said, I don't know if anyone's going to be interested or whatever, but I have a feeling they might be. So you have to think of what skills you have, and then you have to think of how can you turn that into making money for you. Like, what value can you give to the world that someone would exchange in exchange for money? And so I had a little money plan. So my short-term money plan was to start the lock beads. And I started the lock beads a month after I quit working. And then my next money plan was to release music. And so I started reading into the music industry and seeing that, you know, music doesn't pay very well in the beginning. So then I had to realize, like, all right, so you have to do something else to get your money. And so I was like, well, do you want to work for somebody else? Like, go get a job? And for me, it's a no. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. This is a dream of mine, having my own businesses. And so I like being able to go to the gym when I want. I like being able to eat breakfast and, you know, kind of make my own schedule. So it was a no as far as going to work for somebody. So therefore, I had to create a job for myself. And I was able to create the job for myself by thinking about those skills that I already knew from a whole year of practicing and learning and applying to my own social media and business. I knew that I could do it for I felt confident enough to offer myself to someone else as a service. And so it takes time. It took time. I'm learning every day. I feel like I'm in school. I signed up for some online courses, and so that I'm learning from people who teach marketing. I'm learning from people who teach social media advertising. I recognize that I'm a beginner, but you can still learn and earn because I know that I can do it. All right. So it's really a big dose of self-belief and an even bigger dose of willingness and discipline to go do. So now that I decided I was going to do creative strategy, I just started opening my eyes to the people around me and seeing who needed help with their businesses. And I found an old client of mine from Bloomingdale's. I made good relationships. And over this year, make good relationships with people and think about how can your skills help the people in your life. And this client and I had been really cool for years. She loved me at Bloomingdale's, and she had a small boutique that she wants to get to the next level. And I said, I got you. And I've been very professional about this. So, I researched contracts and wrote us up a contract. I wrote up an entire strategy plan. Like, I'm presenting myself here as a real business. And so that's what I would say you have to do before you quit is save your money and then come up with your money plan. What's going to be your immediate way to make money? Like, beads was my immediate way. Then what's going to be the way that you can really make some sustainable money? What value can you bring? And then you have to just be willing to hustle yourself out there. This is the color I'm using. A little $3 polish from CVS. Paparazzi. Nails, and don't be looking ashy on the camera, little thumb. Y'all know I stay moisturized. That's a nail polish remover. Don't play. But this is Paparazzi, and the fuchsia is now. Now that's cute. The fuchsia is now. That's the polish. But yeah, so that's how I'm able to maintain myself. I now run the LOC business, the bead business, and I also have a client that I am helping to get her business to the next level. And I did it very professionally. I made contracts, I made an entire plan, and I put my numbers down there, and that was really scary for me to be confident enough to charge and be like, wow, am I worth this? But when you think about how much money you get from your job, okay, think about how much time you spend at your job, how much they pay you, and then say, okay, my time is worth this right now. What skills am I using right now that I can say, at least I know for a minimum, you need to pay me this, because this is what I'm used to getting paid, you know? So, and then I say give 100% towards whatever you do. You know what else I would say is to utilize your network. If you know any business owners who do something that you like to do, and this is strictly if you want to run your own business, then maybe try working with them part-time and kind of getting an idea of what it's like. And also, if you want to go into a new industry, start researching that industry and seeing who in your network knows someone in that industry or is in that industry and can put you on. So that's while you're saving your money for a year, spend your time like thinking about what direction do you want to go in. When I quit my job, I knew the directions I want to go in. Okay, it was a time of figuring out how's it all gonna work, but I knew where I was heading. I knew like I wasn't just trying random things out. I had a plan, and then like it was like about working that plan. So definitely reach out to the people who know you so that you can come up with a plan. Like on this day, once I quit, you know, I'm going to start working this next plan. All right, having the plan is definitely beneficial. And I have my short-term money, my medium-term money. So short-term is about in the first 1 to 3 months, what's the quickest way that you're going to be making some money? Just like that. And that might even just be a part-time gig. You know, I did that bartending for a weekend, and I really was glad to have that $400. Okay, ho? And then, then you have your medium-term plan, which is in the next 3 to 6 months, how do you plan to get paid? And hopefully that should be continuing on, and your short money should be working on. And then you have a year plan. In a year, how do you plan to be getting paid? And that for me is when I think music should at least be given a whole, a couple of dollars. Okay, being a performing artist should be giving me a few dollars by 2020. And so I'm going to be releasing my music soon to start working my, my 6-month plan, my long-term plan. So, just get you a little plan together, reach out to the people, and when you put it on your heart and tell God, I'm willing to do the work, I'm willing to make the decision and to be bold and to listen to your guidance, and you actually listen to it, things start working out for you. You just have to keep your head up and keep swimming through any obstacle, through any storm. You keep going and keep smiling because you're giving yourself a chance to go for it. All right.